This is what it's like cooking from scratch on a daily basis. If you're new here, I'm Bob, and this is how I try to make it work. Here are some of the things I cooked this week for myself and my family and what it's really like behind the scenes. I just finished my last batch of homemade granola, which is one of those things that if you make at home, it's a fraction of the price, only full of the good stuff that you want to add, and it's so much nicer than anything you can buy. I like to add lots of local honey, then toast it, and it keeps for ages. When you eat from scratch, you generally go through gluts of certain vegetables that are in season, and this time it's parsnips, so I made a big batch of spiced parsnip soup which I froze for weeknight dinners. This is one of my biggest tips for making from scratch cooking work. Instead of batch cooking for a whole week and getting bored of eating the same thing, I like to double up my quantities every time I cook and make one meal last for 2 dinners, which is a balance between less cooking but still having variety. You may have seen my ossobuco video last week, which is one of my hyperfixation meals right now, so I made a big batch of it to freeze and had it a few times this week. Whilst I buy most of the food I eat from the local market, I do try to grow as much as I can, and that's a year-long effort of planting and gardening. But I find it one of the most rewarding things I do. When the weekend comes around, there's always more mouths to feed. I'm from quite a large family myself. I'm one of 7 children, and I always grew up having Sunday dinners, which is a tradition I try to keep alive now that I'm an adult. I was hosting family and friends for lunch and wanted to finish it with a lemon curd floral cake, which we decorated with edible flowers from the garden. Any leftovers we wrapped up and gave to those who couldn't make it. And finally, there's one member of the family who is always hungry and needs feeding, and that's my kefir grains. I do this every 48 to 72 hours and make 3 litres of kefir at a time. Kefir really is one of those things, the more you drink, the more you crave it. So that's a week in my kitchen. Follow along if you're trying to cook more from scratch meals in your own.